I will admit that we have moved rather slowly, and I was very pleased that I appointed a minister from another party that has always spoken about the land, and I've basically said to him, without putting his feet to the fire, I've said, you have always advocated for land, and now I'm giving you this responsibility. Speed up the process. And as it is now, he started speeding up the process. Minister Nyoncho is speeding up the process, looking at title deeds that our people should get. And we are now going to speed that up, speed it up exponentially. But where we have been weak, as you correctly say about an audit, where we've been weak is that a lot of land is owned by the government. And that's where we have been very weak. I will concede that.
Some political parties within the Government of National Unity have threatened legal action over the signing into law of the Expropriation Bill. The majority party, the ANC, has praised President Cyril Ramaphosa, citing that the signing of the bill reflects the ruling party's implementation of its resolutions adopted at its 54th and 55th conferences respectively. But while the recent signing of several bills may be perceived as a bold move to implement the resolutions of the ANC, one analyst says it's immaterial.
Some of these moves that he has made, for instance, the Expropriation Bill, it has been in the making for 20 years, since 2004, when the ANC had 2/3 majority in South Africa, to pass it in one go, in one session, in one 5-year period, implement it, and succeed with it. Now, it's a 40% ANC, it's a weak ANC. So to say that Ramaphosa is implementing ANC policies, it's a far-fetched idea. There's nothing bold about it. It could be the last kicks of a dying horse. That is what politically this is.
Another expert is of the view that the bill will once again test the stability of the Government of National Unity, as the BELA Act is.
What democracy in South Africa has taught us is that those that are our leaders should be able to negotiate, they should be able to reach to one another, but at the end of the day, they should agree. This could be a very good test to show as to whether our own leaders are able to sit around the table and agree. Throwing stones at each other might not be good for all, and it might also not be good for the GNU, because what we expect is that these leaders should always be able to find ways and means to agree and do whatever they do in the best interest of South Africans, and indeed those who are formerly marginalized and oppressed.
Meanwhile, in future, the ANC says it is willing to reach out to progressive parties to enable it to amend the constitution when it comes to the issue of land. Natasha Phiri, SABC News, Johannesburg.